Alright, welcome in, you guys. We back with another episode from Strand by Strand. It's your host, Keith. I just wanted to start off by telling everybody that we ain't gonna just talk about just smoking weed and all of that. We're gonna talk about a plethora of things. We're gonna make sure that we dive into a lot of different social subjects. We want everybody to be able to interact with the situation. That means making sure that people are, positive, helping each other, making sure that the word sounds like what it's supposed to sound like. Not just helping a person to put them in a back seat and have them sitting out to the side wondering whether they're going to be able to make it or not. But we're going to go ahead and get started with Strand by Strand. First off, we got two nice hitting strains. One is Apricot Auto, the other one is Bell Ringer. We're going to go ahead and start out with that Apricot Auto. They say it's a sweet sun-kissed auto flower that smells like fresh apricot jam. But don't let that candy aroma fool you though. This one hits with up to 26% THC, starting with a happy head buzz. Right before melting you right into your seat, this fast, flowering, fruity, and seriously potent Apricot Auto is a summertime mood in a single puff. Alright, so let's get into the deep part of the situation. As far as the genetics or whatnot, this autoflower hybrid is often described as a heavily indica dominant, around 80% and 20% sativa. Bred by fast buds, this is a precise lineage of somewhat undisclosed and mysteriousness. The growth and harvest factors. A full cycle from seed to harvest is usually about 9 to 10 weeks. If you're doing pretty good as a decent grower by now, indoors will be claimed to be producing about 450 to 550 on the grams. If you're new to the fresh growing spot or whatnot, you can kind of look forward to a little less than 300 grams. Depending upon how high you grow your plant, it could be 31 to 47 inches. You can get decent gains from it. When it comes to that aroma, the flavor, and the terps, the apricot marmalade notes, you got a nice sweet, citrus, sour, woody, tangy overtone. And then as it burns with nice fruity qualities, intensifying its every hit that you take. They say it's got a nice old hint of tang and wood in it. When it comes to the effects and uses, the onset typically begins with a mood lift, mental buzz, dispelling stress or negative thoughts. Over time, the high deepens into a full body relaxation moment, really heavy sedative, couch feel. Then the THC levels, some people say they done got to that 26%, some that made it a little lesser. It depends on, like I said in the beginning, how good your growing is. If you got a really good green thumb, you should be able to get to that 26. If you're just now starting out, you're really fresh with the situation, get closer to maybe 18, 20, 22. Well, on the medical side or whatnot, they said it's helping with insomnia, muscle tension, spasms, stress, and even appetite loss in a lot of different people's, results, reviews, whatever, potential drawbacks and stuff they want to caution you for. Because of its sedative, potent overconsumption may be a little too heavy, might drown you out, might make you feel like you need to go on and go take that nap, or it might even make you feel so high that you just want to sit back in that couch and not move. But, it all depends on how everybody do. You know what I'm saying? Moderation is the key. If you ain't no heavy smoker, don't smoke a whole lot of it. Some growers note that it can be somewhat demanding with a good attention, span on top of the growing or whatnot that you're trying to do. So, you know what I mean? When you get into that growing thing, be aware that you might have to pay a little closer attention to the situation. Check your environment a lot. Make sure that everybody is, all of these plants are really, really doing their best. You keep your nutrients up. you know, you make sure you keep your pH balance levels together or whatnot, it should be pretty good. But don't quote me. This is all stuff that they have, you know, listed on Leafly. You can go ahead and check out leafly.com. You'll see the same thing I'm seeing. Well, we just did pretty decent on the start out on that Apricot auto flower. Everything pretty much sounds good. We'll figure it out once we get that chance to smoke that. You know what I mean? Alright, we've had our taste test of the sunshine, the sweet, mellow, and perfect for that daytime vibe. But now it's time to go ahead and get over into that game plan with that bell ringer. We'll see what that's about in a hot second. Give me a few minutes to get back with you guys. I'll be right here in a minute.